Okay, thankfully, those turrets don't seem to regenerate. There's a potion of mind reading and elixir of arcane cultivation. Seems to be quite the big tower. Goes down quite a bit too. Ooh, and this looks a bit like the Susser tree. I think it is one, and just small. Especially if you look at those leaves. This looks a bit like stained glass. And around here, go around, and I think that's why we got the Featherfall potion. Because otherwise I think the falling damage will be quite intense. Also, here, Descent Ascent. Let's try to go down.
Looks like some kind of magical contraption. Now to get it to work.
I mean also that all the lights are out, so maybe it's just light off, power off. The Dusty Book. The beginning of this book proudly declares it to be a play by Dame Inya, followed by an extensive introduction and 23 pages of notes on the text. Though the book itself seems barely touched, one stanza is encircled twice. There's a light in every living thing. It's crawling towards the surface to survive. And in its wake, it tramples everything. We'll kill the rest, so that the one can thrive. I wonder if that's just random.
Seems like the owner was quite the literary type.
I guess somehow you have to entertain yourself when you're all alone in a big tower. Chest of the Mundane.
Prickles of weave radiate from that chest.
I think it's that one. It's a really funny chest. I mean, let's look at this. Cup, a goblet, a metal fork, another cup and a plate. Seems to be quite boring, right? Now, let's try to take the things.
Wait, did that just transform?
And when we have a look at what we added latest, find other things. Find a gold ingot, a scroll of mage armor, Mistress Grace, which are, I think, boots. Yeah, they're boots. Which allow you to cast Featherfall. And a Heartlight.
At the ready.
So...
Can't afford to stay idle.
I'd love to, thanks.
Let's give them to Karlach, so we can just use that to cast Featherfall when we're going down in this tower. Did I put them? Here.
What a charmer.
Alright.
Still alive.
But I think it was... I don't remember who it was. It was someone who watched my first early access Let's Play in the stream. Told me that of course it would be an interesting idea to do it the other way around. I mean, if you put back one of the things you just took out, they turn of course into the one thing you saw in the beginning. If you, for example, just put like other things in there, they also transform just into cups and everything. Bow and even arrows turn into different things.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Quite the funny chest, I think.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
I wonder why she has it. Like the Lenore was just an experiment, just having fun with something or something she found. Yeah.
Don't burn yourself.
Cast the Featherfall on us. How long does it work? That's 10 turns. That should be more than enough.
What now?
Jump down. Of course, what Featherfall basically just does is cancelling out every falling damage. So if you would jump down, like even from the top of the tower down here, you would just slowly float and you're not crushed to death. Aha, here, Tongue of Madness. We need it for Omlum. Ooh, and we can also use them to create a supplement.
Don't waste a step.
They are not updated. Ooh, those look really nice, those mushrooms. Seems like she just cultivated all
No
all
way
of
to
them.
ignite these. Strange.
And there are lots of granite branches. Ah, and here we have Timber spores, which seem to be stable. I hope. Yes. The others we found so far always just exploded. Those. See? Can't take them up. Okay. Here we have the threadbare book. Ah. This threadbare book looks like it once contained a play, but most of it has been lost to time, vermin, and an unfortunate ink spill. Only 2 full sentences are distinguishable. How can I trust? How will I ever know? How can I show myself, my darkest me? It seems like that was the way she entertained herself. Don't think there's anything more on this level, but we got our mushrooms. One of the rare occasions I'm happy about finding mushrooms.
Well, well, well.
Well, well, well. What do we have here?
What path lies before me?
Doesn't look like slow floating, but still, as long as we don't take any damage,
Curious.
I'm happy. Nice, another hole.
I'm way too big.
Yeah, I think for that you need like a spider or something, like a really small one. Lots of mushrooms we find here. Ah, there's another one of those susser blooms. Those darn flowers which cancel out eat every magic. My arch enemy. It looks like quite the nice garden she has here. But I wonder what was her like ultimate goal. What did she try to research?
That might be worth a look.
Maybe we can find something about that. Like some research notes or something. And it seems like she planted very small of those susser trees here. Scroll of fly. Even more multiple of those flowers. I mean, maybe that's the thing she tried to research. Because I think especially as a mage, especially as a wizard, or connected to Mystra, as you know, Mystra is like all magic, but also the weave, which like is everywhere and it's like the raw material to use for magic. I think it might be quite interesting to find out like how they created this anti-magic field. Like the absence of Mystra. Let's unlock this door. I mean, no matter how good you are, if you roll on that one, that's it. That's a fail. Alright. Let's have a look inside. Say, the music is quite creepy. And she also has a love candle. But yeah, she seems mainly like an alchemist with all those mushrooms and all those things here. Magic of the Weave in introduction. Did we read that? I think so, yeah. About the different kinds of access to magic, like how differently like sorcerers and warlocks use magic. Through the hole, we could have just entered without having to unlock it. Treatise on the anti-magic properties of susser tree flowers. See? I think that's the one. Yeah. The Anti-Magic Properties of Susser Tree Flowers by L. D. Hurst. So, Lenore, I think. For those knowing our susser trees, their magical properties have always been a topic of debate. Not only their ability to create an anti-magic aura, which is complete enough that even those unattuned to the weave can feel its effect, but also, and most interestingly, to those living in the world above, the way its roots, bark, and flowers can be harnessed to make magic items. Rumors of such items are rare, but spread in settlements bordering the Underdark. Their existence, however, has never been confirmed by any of our clerics, nor by any other reputable scholars. I hypothesized that these items are no mere legends, and indeed, in this treatise, I will endeavor to explain how I myself created items that have anti-magic properties and that use the magical absorption of sasatry flowers as a power source. Lines have been drawn on the following pages, as if the author intended to fill them with writing, but the remainder of the thin book is blank. What happened to her? Especially if she just seems to have, like, vanished. Or did something happen and that's why she went to Baldur's Gate? Glowing gem. Power generator. Oh, I think that might power up the elevator and everything. Since he's talking about the power of those Sasa bloom trees, let's take one of the blooms and try to put it inside, and then let's look if that's going to work. It would be really odd if, like, an anti-magic field source is able to power something up with magic. Like, isn't it supposed to suck out the magic? Look. Now we also have this aura, you see that? This bright blue flower, picked from a budding sasa tree, exudes a honey-sweet aroma which turns foul and eventually fades away if the bloom is exposed to sunlight. So it just works down here. Uh-huh. Ooh, like a blue magic flame. They're deactivated, I hope. I hope I just didn't reactivate them. Ah, now the lights go on too. But that must mean that she either actually deactivated it by choice, or she has been gone so long that the flower just gave up. I don't know. Run empty. Missives of Candlekeep. I think we already read that one too. Alminster, yes. A hat. Also quite the interesting combination of, like, some parts of wood, which is really hard to come by in the Underdark. They just have this zerg wood, this mushroomy wood. Covered mysteries. Lots of stone. Lots of magic. I think there's anything around here. Ah. We can find something in here. Need to loot. Rotten food. Disorders of the nerves and mind. A treatise. Ah, we know that as well. So, it now looks way more alive and active, so let's try to ascend. And this is... We already looked around here. Let's ascend once more. I think this is where we entered. Yes. Ascend once more. Ah, and this also seemed to be partially destroyed. Illustrated Adventures of Baldur, which we already know that one as well. A Mage's Friend. Ah, granting +1 on Arcana and +1 on Religion. And since we don't have any rings equipped so far, let's take it. There's quite the ominous button. Should I press it?
Strange place for a button. Especially one that doesn't work.
What is it doing? Weird. Maybe there are multiple ones? And you have to press all of them? handwritten letter. Dearest Lenore, I'm not sure I should say this, but your last letter really worried me. Why in all hells would you tame a bullet? Just because you found it near Myrna's grave doesn't mean that that's a sign. I'm really worried about you, Lenore. A bullet is not a pet. Using it as a guardian is one thing, but you sound quite taken by it. I know you don't want to come back before you finish your research, but if you're feeling lonely, you know my door's always open. Lots of love and hugs, Amarith. P.S. It really warms my heart to hear that you put the autumn crocus flowers on Minna's grave. And remember she liked to roll around in them, even though she'd always sneeze after. She was such a soft, loyal dog. I wish there was more I could do. Oh, she lost her dog. But yeah, we encountered the bullet. I don't think they make great pets. They're quite dangerous. The Roads to Darkness. The Roads to Darkness. An epic tragedy about power, corruption, and loneliness. Prologue. A lonely road. Thunder and lightning. Enter Sorrow. Sorrow. New sounds through damp and dark oppression break. Is it the foe, that foul, contemptuous heel? Or other friend, a rescue from my lonely wake? Come out of love for me, not love for blood and steel. Enter Rizia. Rizia. How would I know? How would I know, Sorif? It's been so long. What do I know of you, and you of me? Sorif. Wait, do you hear that sound? Enter Amphius. What is this? Those figures so familiar, but still you seem so strange. Sorif. It's Amphius. Rizia. The Amphius, what happened to your face? It's pale as death. Sorif. Your eyes are black as char. Amphius. And you? I saw your teeth. They're sharp as blades. What is it with this road, so slick with blood? What happened here? What happened to all of us? Exeunt. And Prologue. Act 1. 10 years prior. The rest of the play tells the tale of 3 elven friends, the paths to power, and how corrupt, mad, and lonely they killed each other. Quite a tragedy. I wonder if all those other passages we found already are like parts of the same play. Grey. From Barakur we made our stand, meant to rule but led astray. Be wicked tentacle and wicked hand, this world's belonged to the Grey. Oriondil stole all we had, it taught the weapons by which to slay. Forged your minds to ironclad, this world belongs to the Grey. The exile freed us with his command, to conquer what was taken away, crush every monument in its fine sand. This world belongs to the Grey. Trade your heart for steel and tent, for with whip and mind we flay. Let them all hear of our descent. The world is nothing but grey. Interesting. It doesn't tell me anything. I don't know of any grey regarding D&D lore. So if you have any insight into that, if you know anything more about that, feel free to share. It would be interesting. I think we read all of those books. Yes. Careful art of Tirsu ciphers. Ooh, that looks nice. An engraved disc of Githyanki origin containing a complex cipher that can decrypt ancient Gith dialects. A useful discovery if one should encounter such archaic writings. I mean, we have one. I don't know who has the map. Be that Lae'zel has it. We should definitely have a look if we can translate it. It might be quite interesting if we go for the crash. Torn out paper. The writing on this torn out strip of paper is shaky and blotted with tears, making it barely legible. The silence stretches on. I'm all alone. Please, can I hold your hands for just a while? Oh. Lenore was getting kinda lonely. I mean, understandable in this remote place, far away from everyone. It seems like she spent quite a lot of time here. Oh, let's go up.
New sounds to dampen dark oppression break. Is it the foe? That foul, contemptuous heel?
Oh,
Long hours spent studying at your college come back to you.
yes.
This is the opening stanza of an old play, The Roads to Darkness.
We also know because we just read that. So I think maybe it's kind of the identification for her. So, or art thou friend, a rescue from a lonely wake.
Come out of love for me, not love for blood and steel. Command as you see fit, my lord, my liege.
Don't get me wrong.
Interesting.
I love poetry as much as an ex-wizard, but using it to command an automaton seems a bit self-indulgent to me.
Oh, come on, Gale, as if you wouldn't do the same. Okay, we can use all the other ones we encountered so far. How can I trust? How will I ever know? How can I show myself, my darkest me?
If you do not believe the secret show, reveal the truth, do what you wish to see.
We can't talk to him again, at least for the time being. There are also many more animated armors. Screech! Doing something? What are you doing? Oh, he actually put something there. I mean, at the same time, it's really cool to have those animated armors walking around and talking to you. And on the other hand, it seems kind of very lonely. What is the guiding light? It's a ring, allowing us to cast light. Okay, I mean, I take it. Also, doesn't seem too powerful. The paper's torn and patched in many places, as if it was well used but treasured. On it is a small poem without a name. These empty sheets are all that's left of you, the last of all the thoughtless gifts you gave me. I will hold onto them, it's all that I can do. I can't throw them away. I've never been that brave. Can we say that to him?
Command as you see fit, my lord, my liege.
Don't get me wrong. I
Yes,
love
yes.
poetry as much as an ex-wizard, but using it to command an automaton seems a bit self-indulgent to me.
These empty sheets are all that's left of you, the last of all the thoughtless gifts you gave. See what happens then.
I will hold on to them. It's all that I can do. I can't throw them away. I've never been that brave.
Oh, we got something, I think. Like that. What did we get? Apparently nothing. Is there anything else to find here?
Ring lit up.
Ah.
Must have been linked to that button.
Ah, the link revealed another button. Basement. Won't that mean we just go all the way back down again? I want to try out the other options. I don't know if I can find out beforehand what they would do. I guess especially because I didn't pick up the books. Anyway.
Command is
Don't get me wrong. I love poetry as much as an ex-wizard, but using it to command
Silent
an
Protesters
automaton
On was the one with all the
seems a bit
tears.
self-indulgent to me.
Short that. I want to find out what it does. Cause like she cried when doing that, and then I guess also in programming that. The silence stretches on. I'm all alone. Please, can I hold your hands for just a while?
Of course, my love. Don't be afraid, sweet girl. What can I do? Would you like a hug?
Aww. So that's what she used to get like some comfort from him. Yes, please. Let's hack an automaton.
Come here.
I hope we are not crushed.
Let it out.
His arms are too tight and too low for a comfortable hug.
And
As if
too much
he's
in
meant
front
to
of
be
us.
Embracing someone slightly shorter.
Remember, you are loved, Lenore, so much. You're doing great.
Aw.
And everyone will be so proud of you. Proud of you, as I already am.
Oh, it makes me feel so sad about her. Why did she stay here? Is that the reason why she went away? I don't really want to say the last thing, cause the one about crawling to the light didn't sound nice. From the passage in the book. And I think this is the last
Don't
one we
get me
can
wrong.
use.
I love poetry as much as an ex-wizard, but using it to command
What
an
exactly is this
automaton-
place?
An unbeknownst command that I cannot fulfill.
So he just works with all those commands from the drama, from the tragedy. Interesting. Who are you?
An unbeknownst command that I cannot fulfill.
Interesting. Leona sounds cool. Very lonely, but also cool. I hope we can find her somewhere. Get to the base.